Learners, and welcome to our today's lesson. As you can be able to see on the board, that today we are starting a new topic, and the topic is scale drawing. Now we did scale drawing though just a little of it in class 5, where we tried to look at what we call actual length and drawing length. All this we did in class 5. In class 6 we also did something small about scale drawing. But now in class 7, we are going to learn both linear and a statement scale. Now what we mean by a statement scale is where we have 1 centimeter. You see something written like this. 1 centimeter represents 10 meters. This is what we call a statement scale in statement form. This is a statement form. It's a statement form. So this one also can be written as 1 centimeter represents. So this represents can be written as reps. Represents what? This we change this to become centimeters. When we have some units here and this side, this way we can be able to change it. This 10 meters, we multiply that by 100 to become centimeter. So 1 centimeter represents 1,000 centimeters. Now if you look at that one now, from there we can develop a ratio scale. A ratio scale is whereby one side is equivalent to the other side. And what are these sides I'm talking about? These sides are what we call the actual length. We begin with drawing length. Is same as the actual length. I want to explain the two terms. Drawing length is what you can be able to draw on the paper. For example, if you are told to draw 10 meters, which you are asked here on a paper, there is no paper on this planet Earth which can fit 10 meters. It's not possible. But now we can change this in some units, whereby if we draw 1 unit of that, will represent a number of them at the actual length. So a unit, this means a unit drawn on a paper here represents some units of the same on the actual length. We can call it real length. You don't want to use the word actual, you can talk about the real length. So in this case, 1 centimeter represents 10 meters. Can be written 1 centimeter represents 10 meters. So what this means is that every 1 centimeter you draw on a paper, that is equivalent to 10 meters on the ground. On the ground means the actual length or the real length. So whenever you make 1 centimeter on a paper like this is equivalent to 10 meters on the ground. Meaning that if you have drawn 5 centimeters here, a length of 5 centimeters, for you to get the real length, you get the 5 centimeters times each centimeter is 10 meters. So the real length on the ground is 50 meters. So this 5 centimeters is equivalent to 50 meters on the ground. And most of the time you will be given a question like that. You are given a question like this, that's 3 centimeter by 2 centimeter. And you are told the scale used in drawing this rectangle is 1:2,000. I come to tell you what that means after we discuss what we want to discuss here. So learner, we move away from this, I come to discuss about it later. So this means 1 centimeter drawn on a paper, that represents 10 meters on the ground. So most of the time you find that we have what we call the linear scale in the ratio form. Linear scale, that is ratio form. We have seen the statement form of it, which is 1 represents this. So that's the statement scale. Now we want to come to a linear scale, popularly known as, we cannot also say it in a ratio form. Like for example what we had here, 1 centimeter represents 10 meters. You can change this statement scale into a ratio form, When we change it to a ratio form, it will be, the units must be the same. Look at these units, Lana. These are centimeters. So the units which are here must be the same as the units which are here. And then we don't use represents here. We use the ratio features, those two dots there. So, number one, for you to write this as a ratio form, you must change this into the units that look like this, centimeters. So you multiply this by 100. So this becomes centimeter. So centimeters and centimeters. So you write 1 centimeter represents 1000 centimeter. Now in the ratio form, we don't have this, we don't have the units. Because the units are the same, we remove them. And so our answer in this case will be 1:2. 1:2. This means 1:2. So 1 to 1000. So that is the ratio form scale. So you remove the units because they are same, and you remove the word rep because this is not a statement scale. It's a ratio scale. So whenever you see a scale written like that, 1:1000, these are centimeters, these are centimeters. So now we come back to our question here. Our question was that this rectangle was drawn to scale using this scale. That every 1 centimeter they made here was equivalent to 2000 centimeter. They ask you, what's the area in meters? Meters square. Can we get the area? Now it's very simple. Look here and look here very well. If you are given a figure like this, 3 centimeter and 2 centimeter, and the scale used is 1:2000. Lana. And they have asked you in terms of meters. They have asked you in meters, the area in meters. Whenever you get this question like this, come to the scale. 1 centimeter represents 2000 centimeter. Change it into a statement scale so that you can be able to see what you are doing. So now they ask you the answer in terms of meters. So change this real length into meters. Leave this alone and change this into meters by dividing by 100. Sorry, you'll get 1 centimeter drawn on the paper represents 20 meters on the ground. So if you use this scale to calculate this question, you are going to get it very clear that if 1 centimeter is 20 meters, whenever they draw 1 centimeter like this, they have drawn 20 meters. What about 3 meters? So if 1 is 20 meters, then 3 will be equal to 3 times 20. So this, instead of 3 centimeter, becomes 60 meters. Can be able to see that, Lana? Whenever you change, you're also supposed to change here. So if 1 centimeter represents 20 meters, what about these 2 centimeter will represent what? 2 times 20, which is going to be 40. So here you are not going to work with the centimeters again. You ask about the area. Area will be equal to length times width. Our length is 60. You pick now the meters times width, which is 40. And that is going to give you the 2400 meters square. You can be able to see, Lana, how the scale is very, very important. Because this one can be used to draw the maps of lands where you cannot be able to draw. Just imagine of your own land at home, so big that you cannot fit it on a paper. But the surveyor can be able to put that land on a paper, a small paper you cannot imagine, because it's going to use scale drawing. Scale drawing can fit a very huge, can represent a very huge piece of land into a paper. So land, that's what you call a ratio form scale, where 1 is to maybe 1000. That means 1 centimeter is equal to 1000 centimeter. But because these and these are the same, we don't write them. We just write 1 is to this one. So I want to give you some question. So we are saying in this case we remove the units. The units are removed. The units are removed. Remain with 1 is to. So whenever you see it like this, know that all the units are centimeter. These are centimeter, these are centimeter. So in case they ask you about area in meters, You must, this is the only one you change. Don't change this one. So this is the drawing length and the actual length. You only change the actual length into the units that are asked in the question. Now I want us to do a few questions here. Write each of the following scale as a ratio. Write each as a ratio. And I'm going to write a number of them here. Number 1, I'm going to write 1 centimeter represents 100 meters. I'm writing in short form. 1 centimeter represents 20 kilometers. Then let me pick another one. 1 centimeter represents 6 meters. Let's be able to change that, Lana, because we are told to represent this as a scale, and then the scale in the ratio form. Now, in the ratio form, remember what I said? These units must be the same. These units, centimeters, centimeters. So our job here is very simple. To know how many centimeters make 1 meter and then 1 kilometer. That is very, very important. So 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. Get that clear, Lana? And then 1 kilometer, we first change a kilometer to meters. How many meters are there in a kilometer? 1,000. See how you're getting the units there. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So these 1,000 meters, each one of them has 100 centimeters. So you multiply by 100 also. So you can simply say 1 kilometer is equivalent to 100,000 centimeters. Lana, you have been able to see where we have gotten 100 centimeters, 100,000 centimeters from. We first change the 1 kilometer to meters, you get 1,000 meters. Then from there, change these meters to centimeters by multiplying. Whenever we change meter to centimeter, we multiply by 100. So if you multiply by 100, they become centimeters. So 1 kilometer is equivalent to 100,000 centimeters. So these are very, very important. If you get this clear, you can be able to do any question. So from this, after knowing this, 1 centimeter is 1 meter is 100 centimeters, so you multiply by 100, and so our scale in this case is going to be 1:2, because we are supposed to write in ratio form, 10,000. You don't write the units. The units are this one. The centimeters, we don't write that. We leave it the way it is. We are changing kilometers to centimeter. So whenever we're changing kilometers to centimeter, we multiply by 100,000. So times 100,000, and this will give you 1:2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then that is 2 million centimeters. So 1 is 2 million. Then this one, 1 centimeter represents 6 meters. You multiply this 6 by, this is the only one we are changing, 6 times 100. So it will be 1:600, like that. I think now you can be able to see what we are doing. So we are not touching on this. The one is not touched on because it's 1 unit. Every 1 unit you draw on a paper is equivalent to 100 meters on the ground. The real length, what is on the ground? Meaning that 1 centimeter drawn on a paper is equivalent to 10,000 centimeters on the ground. So that is what you want, centimeters and centimeters. Let me write another one, final one, regarding this. So, can we change 1 centimeter represents 8 kilometers into a ratio form? A ratio form is where we don't have the units and all of them are centimeters. So we simply multiply this. Remember, we are changing kilometers to centimeters. We must change all these to centimeters. So we multiply by 100,000. Like that. So this will be 1:8 times 100,000. So that will give you 800,000. So that becomes your answer. Then another one. Maybe 1 centimeter represents 800 meters. 1 centimeter represents 800 meters. Remember, changing meters to centimeter, we multiply with 100 here. So 1 centimeter, we don't write the centimeter, 1 is 2, because we want to raise the ratio. This is 8, then 1, 2, 3, 4. 80,000. 1 is 2. 1 to 80,000. So that's how we do it, learn. So there's a lot of work for you to be done, but this one must be written. You write it in your book before you start the work. That 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeter, and then 1 kilometer is equivalent to 100,000 centimeter. Very, very important. So that you'll be using it to change into the other units. Now, in number 2 exercise, that number 3, complete the following statements. The scale 1 is to 10,000 centimeter. The scale 1 is to 10,000 centimeter can be written as 1 centimeter represents dash meters. Look here, Lana. I want you to see this well. Now we have gone to what we call as a statement scale, where we use the word represents. Whenever you see that, that is a statement scale. So look at the units here. They are meters. So they want you to change these centimeters to meters. It's simple work. You don't touch on this. So this remains 1 centimeter. So you change this by dividing by 100. Sorry. So whenever we are changing centimeters to meters, we divide by 100. But if you want to change meters to centimeters, you multiply by 100. So you will remain with 10. So 1 centimeter represents 10 meters. You get your question like that. Let me give you a final one. The scale 1 centimeter, the scale 1 is 2, because it's a ratio scale. 1 is to 4 million. Can be written as 1 centimeter represents dash kilometer. See what they want? You only consider this, the last unit. They want these main centimeters to be changed to kilometers. How do you change? What is the relationship between kilometers and centimeters? 1 kilometer is 100,000 centimeters. You say if 1 kilometer is 100,000 centimeters, what about this one? 4 million centimeter. How many kilometers? Cross multiply. 4 times 1 kilometer over 100,000. So you divide this by 100,000 like that. This will cancel. 2 will cancel. You remain with 40. So here will be 40 kilometers. So that's the work that you are going to do, Lana. This is very, very important as far as this work is concerned. So with that, I want you to complete the exercise that is there. That is, let me give you the exercise about linear scale. Exercise 121. Exercise 121. I want you to touch on, the first one is a simple one. So number 1 through number 4. 1 to 4 on page 206 to page 208. So that tomorrow, what we shall be doing is trying to make a scale drawing. Sometimes you are given a length and you are told to make a scale drawing. Come up with your own scale. So that is what we'll be doing tomorrow. But after you have done all this work and done it well, follow the rules that I've given you and you'll be able to finish the work and finish it well. So until next time, Lana, I want to wish you all the best. Have a very busy day in knowing how you use scale in other areas of your life. Thank you and God bless you.